Great Nadi astrologer. He taught a Nadi technique. Oh, I am sitting with Sumit. The photo.
हाँ वो घर में था ना, आज ऊपर से ऊपर घर में है ना तो कैमरा का प्रॉब्लम आ रहा था.
Okay, that's not a problem. Right. So he was doing a seminar in Delhi, and he was teaching rules about when a person will die. My friend was there, and we were constantly talking that he taught this rule and he taught that rule, and apparently the rule was not working at all. So he told that the rule is working, but you cannot see it because the planet is going to be retrograde in 1-2 days. The Saturn will become retrograde in 1-2 days. I was laughing like hell. Ask me why. Because in the chart, Saturn was in third house from Sun. Any outer planet can only be retrograde between the 5th house and the 9th house. In other houses, the outer planet will not become retrograde. Opposition to the Sun is the midpoint of the retrograde motion. Opposite of the Sun, 180 degrees of the Sun is the midpoint of the retrograde motion. It will start from some 90 degrees before, will end at some 19 degrees after that. This is a very basic fundamental principle, and always keep this in mind. In the session today, what we are going to do is we are going to break some misconceptions about retrogression, and along with this, some few rules and many more things. Right? And it was a special request by some student yesterday. They told that I want, if you do a session on retrograde planets, it will be very good. So that's why I gave you this option, right? So this is just, we are going off our topic for a certain, for a day, maybe, right? So tomorrow also. The outer planet is going to be retrograde only in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 houses from the Sun. Outer planets are Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Rahu, Ketu are always retrograde. Using true notes, they are sometimes direct also. Decoding direct Rahu is another critical, crucial, important thing that we will deal in some other class. And with regard to the inner planets, Venus and Mercury, some astrologers as well as some classics are of the opinion that when the inner planets Venus and Mercury are retrograde, their combustion should not be considered. I am quite against this principle, because combustion is being behind the Sun and the rays of the planet getting obstructed. That obstruction doesn't matter, happens in the direct motion or the apparent reverse motion. It is applicable in the same way. The first misconception, have it out, a retrograde planet can be combust as well. But retrogression plus combustion will only happen with Mercury and Venus. Sun will never go retrograde. Right? Moon will also never get retrograde. Rahu, Ketu are always retrograde. Almost always retrograde is what I should say. Right? Other 5 planets will become conditionally retrograde. Now the Uttar Kalamrit, the most important question that I am going to have today. The Uttar Kalamrit is of the opinion that a retrograde debilitated planet is exalted. Right? Whenever I talk about this, I just start laughing, It is such a pathetic shloka. God knows who wrote it. A retrograde planet, if debilitated, behaves like exalted. If exalted, behaves like debilitated. First of all, please someone make me understand what is behave like. See, there should be result, not behave. This is why we hate Shripati. This is why we hate Keshav. Maybe. The maybe factor is the reason why we hate sages. Some of the sages which the Parampara doesn't acknowledge. Why we don't acknowledge few books in the Parampara? Because the answer is maybe. If the answer is maybe, how I am supposed to give you a correct answer to the native. However, let me try to understand something. Some astrologers say that it is very difficult to predict retrograde planets. My friend, if you are a doctor, there should be no disease difficult for you. And if you think it is difficult, then please stop doing astrology and fooling around people, right? And if you think it is difficult, tell before you give the prediction. Now, why you're telling it after it fails that it is difficult, right? So let me go beyond this. Try to understand something. If you have had a look over Shadbala very closely, you will find that there are two types of strength for a planet. One is hypothetical Rashi based. One is astronomical. Exaltation, debilitation is hypothetical Rashi based. These come from observation. Sages after a long time have observed that sun in this sign tends to give better result as compared to other signs. So name it so and so. Whereas combustion, retrogression, digbala are the astronomical conditions. Digbala, sun digbali means that when you were born, sun was on your left hand side. Or when you are, if moon is digbala, it does indicate when you were born, moon was in your right hand side. This gives the greatest clue of the parampara. When you will come inside, you know what I will teach you. That the Digbali planet is supported by Vishnu is what I always say. What does the support of Vishnu means? In the right hand, which you will use to donate, you have the calm influence of Venus and Moon. And in the left hand, you have much power. So this person is powerful enough that he doesn't actually need to use his hands to do something. Digbali people, they are powerful enough to achieve things without much effort. Regarding to the signification of the planet, of course, right? Exaltation comes with ego. Digbala comes with blessing. Find it. This understanding comes to you when you try to understand the basic reason. Digbala is an astronomical principle. Retrogression, astronomical. Combustion, astronomical. Mind something. An astronomical condition will not change with the divisional charts. Right? Once a planet is retrograde, it is retrograde for all the divisional charts, right? He will never go straight. For retrogression, you know because the planet is highlighted in the horoscope. But have you ever looked at a combust planet closely? Maybe no. That is not highlighted, right? That's the problem with modern software astrology. It is good to calculate with hands. Biggest problem comes with Digbala planets. We tend to forget that the planet is Digbali. Never ever forget it. Digbala and Digbalahin, never forget it. Right. There are few more astronomical conditions as well. Divabali, Ratribali is also an astronomical condition, right? The day strong signs are strong because it is a day, and day is an astronomical condition, right? There is night in India right now, but in US it is not. So it is an astronomical condition once again. Now let me understand something. All the astronomical conditions are conditions because they change something subtle. They change a final principle. According to my personal opinion, the author of Uttar Kalamrit, modern Kalidas, it is not the Kalidas of Meghdutam or Raghuvansham, right? Let me be very honest with you. His Sanskrit is far better than the Sanskrit of this guy, whoever have written it. In scholarly circles, we name him Ganak Kalidas. Ganak means the Kalidas who is proficient in calculations, not the one who is proficient in poetry. If you want to know poetry in astrology, read Jatak Alankar. The shlokas of Jatak Alankar can be sing along. You can sing along. The shlokas of BPHS also you can sing along, right? My guru used to beat me because I was never able to sing the shlokas of Brij Jatak. You know, my guru from Kerala had a habit of singing all the shlokas. So, you know, the time he will take a bath, he will constantly sing the shlokas. You will, you know, he will keep on pouring water and he will, and all this thing. So he made sure that I also, while bathing, chant the shlokas of Brij Jatak. So, you know, I will tell you this. You remember a shloka that goes into your subconscious mind, and the result that comes is far superior than what you must have had imagined otherwise. However, coming to my point, in one informal session, I think I told you a concept of apparent exaltation or exaltation as told by Ramya Tanuja. Yes, Sumit, will take that into account. Many thanks.
Thank you, thank you.
Let me come to something. The astronomical condition. The retrogression and combustion are just opposites. In combustion, what you have to understand combustion to understand retrogression and vice versa. It is like exalted, debilitated the same way. Is the working of combustion and retrogression. In combustion, the planet is behind the sun and his rays are obstructed. In a retrogression, the planet is opposite of sun. Earth is anytime in between. That's why it is an apparent backward motion. Now, when the planet goes behind the sun, it is called asta. Asta means setting. So the rays of the planet gets disappeared behind sun because sun is the biggest planet in the complete, right? That what the complete kya kehte hain usko? Zodiac. Zodiac is not the word actually, right? That should be something. Between all of the planets that we consider, sun is the biggest one, 7 times bigger than Jupiter, right? Jupiter is otherwise the biggest one. So of course, any planet that goes behind the sun is not going to be visible. So you know why horoscopy? You were in a womb inside water. Every womb is having water, right? किसी माँ के पेट में पेड़ वेड़ लगे हो तो कोई मेरे को बताना करके ना, पेड़ वेड़ तो लगे नहीं होते ना. It is not a natural environment in which we live. So when the child comes out, and this is my personal logic for why we do astrology, right? This is what my father beat me out and told me that you make answer to this basic question. And my answer was like, you know, right now it is 29-degree temperature here. The temperature inside the womb of the mother will be different. But as soon as you are born, you will be exposed to this temperature instantly. And that's why children's 80% time born with a disease. The first season change in life you face once you are born, right? My concept is, my answer to my father was that it is like a photocopy. The person comes out and all the heat and all the lights in the environment makes an impression over his skin, and that's what you read in horoscopy. Right? Taking this concept to the concept of retrogression and combustion, the planet who is combust, his rays are obstructed by sun. The planet who is not combust, rather the planet is retrograde, his rays are not obstructed by sun. Hence, the actual word that Uttar Kalamrit author must have used is prominent. That the planet is prominent. However, being prominent doesn't promise anything. Once again, the signification, etc., will be decided based on the Rashi, etc., Rashi and all these things. So once I see a Venus retrograde, I know that there will be prominent relations. See, there are two types of people if you see in life. One are those where things come and go and doesn't change them. And others are those where experiences usually change them. So when there is a Venus retrograde, I will rather say that your experiences in regard to relationship will change you a lot. Right. I'm extremely sorry. I'm just having a cough since few days, but please don't tell anyone. They will catch me for corona. I am not having a corona, please. I don't want to go to detention center. Jokes apart. Right. So if you are having a Saturn retrograde, a prominent thing related to either your servant or you being a servant. So Saturn retrograde people tend to, it is just a general analysis, right? Just to tell you once again, it is just a general analysis. I will see the horoscope and will make many more predictions, right? But for a general analysis only, Saturn being retrograde does indicate that you will work and experiences in your office will motivate you to open a business. Right? Life-changing experiences in the area is what I will say on this. To time these life-changing experiences, I use altogether different dasha. Don't ask me what dasha it is. And maybe someday, some class. But life-changing experiences are not like that. You know what is the problem with astrologers? They want to find one event in every Pratantar dasha. My friend, life doesn't change this way. What was the last time when you had an experience? Maybe 4 years ago. पिछली बार कब घूमने गए थे आप? Every day it is the same routine. You wake up, go to office, come from office, make food, eat food, sleep. Everything is not new. Let me have this in mind first. And astrologers have this very bad tendency that they want to find gold mine or snake in every antarasha. Come out of this tendency. There is a separate set of rules which tells you which dasha will be prominent and which will be not. The dashas of the retrograde planet are prominent. That's why Saravali, I don't remember the shloka, right? That's why Saravali is of the opinion that when malefics are retrograde, they will cause useless wandering, useless travel. Yes, Sanjeev ji. Useless wandering. Useless wandering means what? Now, depending on whether the planet is exalted, debilitated, or own Rashi. See, exalted plus retrograde malefic. Useless wandering because he wanted to start a company, had all the finances, wanting to start, but he's not getting an approval from MCD. Useless travel because of that. If it is in a debilitation sign, then someone did a fraud to him, and now he want to sue the person, but the person is powerful, so he have to do useless wanderings to the court and police and everything. And when in friendly sign, then he have to do the useless wandering for normal things in life. So, you know, what will be my advice? That don't forget the basic analysis criteria because of any special condition. Don't forget the basic criteria of analysis. Never, ever, ever. But you haven't asked me something. I will continue from here. The planet who is retrograde. Let me play a bouncer. And you just tell me, have you ever thought this way? What I just told you is all truth astronomically. The planet is retrograde in the opposite of sun, right? Earth is in between. Because that's why it is an apparent backward motion, right? If the Earth is not in between, it is not an apparent backward motion. If the Earth is not in between, see, apparent backward motion for outer planets and apparent backward motion for inner planets differ. Mind it. And I have to tell this. It is a very important astronomical phenomena. Internal planets can only go beyond a certain degree. So when they reach that point, see, it is a circle, right? Suppose you're standing here and it is going around here. So for a certain moment, he will cover this distance. But because it is on a 3D plane, this direction, you will see planet on the same position because you are looking from here, right? You are not moving with it. Getting my point? So what happens with inner planets is that when they are, changing their direction at this point, they seem retrograde. At this point, they seem retrograde. So what technically happens? You are standing here, and from here, you cannot measure this distance that they travel. And when they start coming this way, for you, it went this way and it is coming now this way. So for internal planets, retrogression happens when they are close to their maximum distance from Sun either ways. Or when going here, the Sun comes and catches them. In these two positions, there is a retrograde. So inner planets in the next or previous sign to Sun getting retrograde means they have reached their zenith. In the same sign retrograde with Sun, that means when they were changing their direction, Sun came and catch them. Have this point in your mind. But let me come to the outer planets. The Sun is here, the Earth is here, and the planet is just here, opposite to the Sun, and Earth is in between. Because the Earth is in between, that's why you can judge the apparent motion. You can see the apparent motion. If the Earth is here and the planet whose retrograde is here, you will only see him going forward. The Earth should also have to be here. Isn't it an eclipse caused by Earth on the planet? For the planet, Earth is making a sun eclipse, a solar eclipse, isn't it? That is what happens with the planet. The significations of the planet goes through an eclipse. You heard this way? That's the pathetic problem with people. They don't ask right questions, right? My tea is here now, so I will become a bit light, not going too much interest on it. That's why I have named it an introductory session on retrogression, because the topic is too in depth. One more thing, small point once again. Sun is on the, like, suppose this is the right direction and this is the left direction, right? Sun is on the right, planet is on the left. That portion of Earth who is facing the Sun will be daytime, and the planet who is, and the part of the Earth who is facing the planet will be the night time. So retrograde planets are more and more doubly prominent for the ones born in night time, because they are now facing it. It is on their head, isn't it? You heard this? You thought of this? That's the problem. We don't ask good questions. Let me have the concept clear in our mind that what is happening with the retrogression and what is happening. Where is the planet? Where is the Earth? Because it is an astronomical phenomena, right? How the phenomena is happening. So born and night having a retrograde planet, double trouble is what is going to happen, right? Because the planet is going retrograde and just in front of you, the rays of the planet is falling on you, right? The complete rays are now falling on you. So born in night, retrograde malefic, natural malefic as well as functional malefic, disaster, tabahi is what I will say. Because you know what? It is a mad bull running towards you, not on the other person standing with you. If he's running towards another person standing towards you, you can probably go to a side and can save yourself. It is not the case. The mad bull is just having given the target and he is going to hit you. मतलब ऐसा सिंह ऐसा घुसाएगा ना पेट में, ऐसा ऊपर ऐसा फेंक देगा करके. Have it. Quite a serious thing to have. Now something more. Yes. बोलिए.
सर मुझे पूछना था, अगर नेचुरल मेलेफिक है लेकिन फंक्शनल बेनिफिक हुआ या योग तारा, मतलब दैट काइंड, जैसे सैटर्न योग तारा है, अगर उस तरह के केसेस होते हैं तो मतलब सिग्निफिकेशंस तो ऑब्वियसली एक्लिप्स हो जाएंगे, लेकिन विल बी फॉर द नेटिव.
इसमें what we will do technically, we will give eclipse to both the significations, the natural significations and the functional significations of the planet. But you know what, Mridula ji, there's one crux, you know, a sign will only support a certain signification of the planet. So regarding that certain signification, I will say okay, okay. Regarding other significations, I will say no, no. Because it is an area, right? So suppose Sun in Libra, it will support the Capricorn lordship of Saturn because it is Kendra to Capricorn, but should not support the Aquarius lordship. So the luxury lordship, that person is collecting antique items, Libra will support. But person is hardworking, that Libra will not support. And so we have to make a thing. What is the thing that the planet, that the Rashi is going to support? I will, with retrogression, I will only add prominent, prominent, prominent. This is the like most important point. This will end the complete question of like the temporary lordship versus permanent lordship. Temporary nature versus permanent lordship. Right? This, for the outer planet, I told you two conditions, right? When the outer planet is retrograde with Sun in the same sign as of Sun, and in the next or the previous sign then of Sun. In the next or the previous sign then of Sun, it is a change in direction. I will say this is revolution. This is revolution for the person. The person is going through a revolution, going through a big, big change. What I will say. In the Dasha, things are going to be completely upside down. Good businessman going bankrupt. See the chart of people who have gone bankrupt in stocks. You trade in bad Dasha, Antar Dasha, you know, flat is going to hit you. They will. In the retrograde, in the same sign with Sun, is, you know, the thief is being caught by the king. It comes with shock. Everyone, Venus combust in the same sign with Sun. Haven't you got a shock in relationship? You will have a shock. It is like that in the mid of the night at 2 a.m., you went and opened the fridge to eat the ice cream and father comes. What is the condition? Ice cream khana aata hai, but you know what he's going to do. Right? The shock. With Mercury, it is the Shrap of Karna, what I will always say. You know, what Parshuram told to Karna? Ja, jab tu asli istemal, jab Arjun se ladega, to vidya bhul jayega. Baaki sab ke liye bahut. The intelligent guy who stammers on the stage is Mercury retrograde with Sun in the same sign. Stammering intelligent guy. Right? I want a few feedbacks from you people. Please comment and write in the group, whatever, because I know you are going to have many charts with retrograde planets, right? See, that is the problem with retrogression and apparent motion. Things are apparently happening. Retrograde people are apparently helping you, but in reality, they are not helping you. But they think that they are helping you because it is apparent. Apparently, I wanted to do good, but actually, I went doing bad. I always say when it is a retrograde planet activated, don't try to do anything. It is, you know, like it is what? You saw the thief first and you ran to catch the thief. But your bad luck, that people thought that you are the thief. And they will beat you first. And then you will say, I was not the thief. But they beat you and the thief went away. So retrograde planets, don't try to help much. Philanthropy at a side, please. Because you will be mistaken or misunderstood. Yes, sir. Yes. If the planet is in a good yoga, not good yoga actually, because yoga will have multiple aspects. To being very frank and honest, I don't see yogas at all. I think them useless as anything. Gajkeshri yoga, you predict one result, nothing will match. Prediction will fail completely, and the client will say, sir, nothing is matching. That's the yogas I don't see. Yoga is just a concept for understanding. Yoga is just a concept to understand something. Yoga is not for predicting. Point one. If in a good dignity, then you can say that the struggle that is happening in the dasha is for some good. And by the end of the dasha, the struggle will give you fruitful result. Tomorrow I am going to post a feedback. A client took a consultation in 2020, January, February, March. And I told him you will get married by the end of this year. And he just messaged me. That's such a prediction came true. Going engage the next month. Engaging the next month, right? The ring ceremony, whatever they do. Planet was good in dignity and retrograde. I always say retrograde is try more and more. It is a setback. He is getting married to his girlfriend, who left him 4 years ago. Now came back, and both of them are getting married, right? So quite a love story with a separation and an interval and a break and everything there. That's what happens with retrograde planets, right? चाय पी रहा हूँ कुछ लोगों को लगता है मैं क्लास में शराब पीता हूँ क्या There was a comment on YouTube that said, do you drink between the classes? It is tea. It is tea. Nothing else.
कौन क्या comments? कौन क्या comment?
अरे बड़ी
चाय
पुरानी
तो
बात है, ये सुनो
अरे यार चाय तो दिखता है
कि कुछ लोगों को आंखें नहीं होती
इसलिए तो मैं भी चाय दिखा के पीता हूँ आजकल सामने जब पीता हूँ
बस कर देते हैं Yes, this is said that retrograde planets will take things from past. However, to be very honest with you, the past life thing is not that prominent in the life of the person. So to say that it is coming from a past life is all okay. But the result doesn't match as such, or the result is not that much prominent that we can actually say that it is from the past. So I will not refute the thing that retrogrades will take things from the past. But rather than that, I will say that that is not easily justifiable. But you can say that there will be a challenge. Yes, that is the thing. So that is something. You know, I will say retrograde malefic. Saravali will say useless wandering. Retrograde benefic, very good result. But still wandering is there. But I will change the word wandering to multiple tries. Not going through in one go. Try multiple times. For a retrograde planet, my first prediction always is that you have to take a step back. That happens with retrogression. You have to take a step back always. It is like, you know, that you collected all the money, had every investment, and opened a shop. And just after 1 week, you found out that the area is a hub of non-social elements. You are forced to close down your shop and see your investment going away. Retrograde planet, the 3 mistakes of my life. I have always told this, right? The 3 mistakes of your life is in the retrograde planet. 3, at least 3. Swatung Vakra Bhagate Shloka, chapter 8. Jatak. Exaltation and retrogression is multiplied by 3. So 3 mistakes of your life is what retrograde is. To try for 3rd time, to try for 3 times, 4th time the result will be good. So that's the reason when the 7th Lord is retro or Venus is retro, I advise people not to marry. 1 small life, 3 broken marriage, 4th one good. इतना भी टायर को मत चलाओ, टायर ही फट जाए बेचारा. प्रेशर मेंटेन हो जिंदगी में अच्छा रहता है.
शुभम जी.
यस.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
मुझे ये चीज पूछनी थी, अगर किसी के चार्ट में रेट्रोग्रेड प्लैनेट ज्यादा हो तो इसका क्या मतलब है? बहुत कार्मिक हो जाता है आदमी?
Karmic, I will surely say that the person should be karmic. I will rather say I will Try to predict retrograde based on the age. If the person is a child, multiplied by 3, the Swapung Vakropagati thing is from the longevity chapter of Rajjatak, chapter 8. For a child, more the number of retrograde planets, longer the life. If there are many bad combinations for early death and 2 retrograde planets, I will say at least 60-70 years of life without any doubt. For a child, I will go this way. Retrograde planet, you have longevity. अरे तू मरना चाहेगा, मर नहीं पाएगा वो. He is cursed to live and face the karma. Because dying is mukti. Mukti मिलेगा तब तो. Retrogression is like he will beat you and give you food and then will beat you, because he can only beat you since you're alive. If you die, how he can beat you? For a child, I will say good longevity. For a person in the middle ages, I will say multiple tries. So he should take decisions after much contemplation. He should not take any decision by influence. Venus retrograde, don't go into love marriage thing. ठीक से सोच विचार के. Mercury retrograde. Your friend is saying, I have got a very good business idea, my friend. Do you work? We will work together. Never say yes. Take a pause. Think. Think what Chanakya said. What I am doing it. What result it will give me, etc., etc. Right? Venus, Mercury, Mars retrograde. You are angry. Don't call. Don't call. Don't message. Give a 1-day pause. Call him tomorrow. Otherwise, in that anger, what you can do, Mars retrograde, never give that person a gun. Never ever. What he will do, he himself doesn't know. Retrograde Mars, I will always say, impulses of anger. The person is something else, becomes something else. It is like the Dr. Hyde and the Wolf. That is what Mars retrograde is. Schizophrenic. Jupiter retrograde, a good planet. Kind of blessing, I will say. But the health keeps on fluctuating. And the person should keep on moving. Jupiter fluctuate. Everything will come in life. Nothing will flourish. Everything will come to your life. Nothing will flourish. Only do, you join the job with the target in your mind that I have to leave it in 1.5 years. Otherwise, you will be kicked out. Things are not temporary. Things are not permanent. Things are temporary. And Saturn retrograde, though, dukh multiplied by 3, misery multiplied by 3, pain multiplied by 3. We'll have it now. The Saturn retrograde, so he says, Saturn retrograde is when he dies, dogs will lick his mouth, is what they say. It is not verbally true, of course not. Because the death conditions should be seen from the which house? Death conditions. Fifth house. People are baffled why the Jatak Prajatak given 5th house for death condition. अबे मरने के बाद आग तो बेटा ही देगा ना आपको. He's going to give you the fire. Your child, he will decide where my father will go after death. The 5th lord is for death conditions. 5th lord in 12th house, death in the foreign land. 5th lord in the 10th house, death in the ancestral home. You check it and tell me. 8th lord you are using. May God save you. I don't know how people do it nowadays. Right. Yes. For an oldie, I will say the retrograde planet is people coming back, as Mridulaji said. For an old guy, it is people coming back, but you should be careful. Old people having retrograde, thank you for the feedback. Bharatji writes, it seems daily my chart is discussed. Of course not. I don't do it intentionally. But if it matches to your chart, that's all the God's blessing. Thank you for sharing such knowledge. In my chart, retro Saturn, I tried for abroad coax but failed, then completed retro, or it starts for every location. Many thanks for beautiful feedback. Motivates me. Right. You know, oldies having retrograde planet are on a high suspicion that in their old age, someone will come to take care of them and will blatantly cheat them. Emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever you say. So, old person, retrograde, living alone. 80% of the time, it will not be a natural death. It will all be murders. Always a murder. That is what retrograde comes. Things keep on coming back. If a planet is retrograde with 2 malefics, then the psychological fear related to that planet is very strong. Venus retrograde with Sun Mars. The lady was afraid of scents. She was that much allergic to perfume that if someone will do the perfume in the room, she will be like, she will go, unconscious. She will go unconscious. And you check it. Lady having retrograde Venus with 2 malefics. Have a perfume and go to her. She will start disliking you the moment. She will leave the room. Highly opposed toward the signification of retrograde plus 2 malefic. 1. Signification is almost 1. Nothing there. Because the effect of the planet is coming to full. Remember something. The planet reciprocates the rays of light that they got from sun. This is what happens, right? If the 2 rays coming to him is all malefic, what he's going to reciprocate? Malefic.
Planet retrograde, but the house owner, dispositor, will have the effect of that retrograde planet.
Yeah. So about these planets who are what? The planets who are dispositors of some other planet. The concept is they are like being pregnant with the significations of the planet. So if Jupiter is in the sign of Mars, Mars is pregnant with the qualities of Jupiter. Pregnancy mean that the initial result will be of Mars, of course, but the end result will be of Jupiter. But in the way of the Mars, of course. So Jupiter in the part and parcel of the Mars is what happens with the retrograde ones, right? Pregnant with the potent with the capabilities of the planet. This way, I will always advise you to check dispositors always. Right? So if the Saturn is aspecting your 7th house, suppose, and in the sign of Saturn, Venus is there, and Saturn will give you marriage. Post one break in marriage, one engagement will break, marriage will give. His motive is Venus only. But Venus is coming in the part and parcel of Saturn. मर्दाना महिला हो वाला हाल हो गया ना फिर वो. This is what happens. Now, if it is all about nature. Now, the dispositor of the retrograde, dispositor of a planet doesn't affect the planet much. But being disposed, like let me take a random example to make you understand it in a better way. Saturn in the sign of Venus. Saturn will not be influenced by Venus. Venus will be influenced by Saturn. So Saturn in Libra, take example, Saturn in Libra. Venus is going to be affected by Saturn because he is the mother, he is having Saturn in her womb. Saturn is not going to be affected by Venus, point 1. But what Venus is going to do? The dignity of Venus will control the maximum throttle of Saturn. This restriction Venus will give. See, he is exalted in the sign of Venus. Now the power supply for Libra is Venus only. If the power supply is not giving you, if the power supply is only giving you low voltage, how you can run a high voltage AC? You cannot. So the AC is not going to work, right? The light is still there. You know, this point always people miss. The planet exalted result not coming. मैंने कहा, how is the dispositor भाई? 240 वोल्ट के तार में 112 वोल्ट देगा तो एसी चलेगा? भाई 230 वोल्ट का एसी होता है, कैसे चलेगा? नहीं चलता ना. तो फ्रीक्वेंसी, this is how they get controlled. Venus is pregnant with Saturn, and the throttle of Saturn is controlled by Venus. अभी भाई वैगनार की टॉप स्पीड 200 दिखाते हैं उसके स्पीडोमीटर में, आपको लगता है वैगनार 200 तक जाती होगी? मैं तो 105 पे डाउट करता हूँ उस पे. ये डीबा 105 पे चला जाए तो कुछ ऐसा चौड़ा गाड़ी है वो, नो श्योर है लगता है चलता हो. The people, those who are having Wagoner, please, I like your car. Please don't feel bad about it. And Maruti, please give me money so that I can keep my bloody mouth shut. मैं Wagoner की तारीफ वाला वीडियो बनाएगा. But yeah, Wagoner is a family car. But whatever, my example is something else. You know, my example is something else. My example is that what is the maximum thing? How maximum he can go? At which maximum point he can go? That's what dispositor does. So generally, the scope of the dispositor is so limited, or say so unlimited, that it traditionally doesn't get affected by retrograde sun. Now, I'm going to refer to one of my articles and going to explain it to you. I have written an article long ago. Yes, Mridula ji, retrograde planet as a dispositor tends to give unnecessary hurdles in the signification of the planet. You know, so we hear, sir, the relative of my relatives are not letting my daughter marry. This is dispositor retrograde. Unnecessary hurdle. The people who are not even connected to the matter will put their leg in the thing. It should not be this way, it should be that way, it should be that way, it should be that way. Unnecessary hurdle. Unnecessarily is what they do. If the dispositor is retro. About retrogrades, to sum up, I told you an astronomical thing, you have to make notes of it. Longevity multiplied by 3. 3 decisions you have to take back. Useless wandering, multiple efforts. These things take from my experience. Going to refer to my article. We'll read it for you people and we'll keep on explaining what is written there because the article was written long ago. If you don't visit my website, please start visiting. I write good articles. Thank you. It was written back then in 2017. There is something called Vakrabala and Dr. B.V. Raman used it to it. How much retrograde the planet is. The thing is quite simple. I have given it here without the formula. This is sloka from BPHS. Now BPHS puts it very like beautifully. Theta, the planet. Theta means planet. Purnaphalam Dadyu gives complete result. Surya Saptam Kistha when they are in the 7th from Sun. The same astronomical condition that I was telling you. All his rays are completely falling on the earth without any obstruction. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Retrograde without conjunct. Extremely prominent. Extremely. See, what will happen with conjunction actually? The rays will be, see, in astrology, we only consider the obstruction of rays by sun. Graha Yuddha is also a planetary combination, right? Graha Yuddha is also an astronomical condition. Why much weight is to Graha Yuddha? Because 2 planets are obstructing each other's rays. So the one in the north wins. The one in the north declination wins. because the one who is in the north is more close to Earth. He wins. That is also an astronomical condition. Planet retrograde conjoined with other planet. Somewhere that planet is going to make a shadow. And that shadow will obstruct the 10% or 20% of the rays of the planet, depending on in which angle the sun is. But retrograde alone, okay, low, gone. Then to multiply by 3, so you take it. Saturn retrograde, misery multiplied by 3. पूरे दुनिया का दुख सर मेरे कंधे में टूटा सर. He is really into a problem. He is really into a problem. About this Vakrawala.
शुभम जी, I'll just दूसरा टॉपिक शुरू कर रहे हैं. मैं एक चीज पूछना चाहूंगी. सैटर्न रेट्रोग्रेड, उसको नेटिव को ऐसा लगता है कि सारा दुख उसके कंधों पे है या एक्चुअली में होता है?
एक्चुअली में होता है, बट इसको सुधारने के लिए अगर आदमी सोच समझ के फैसले ले रहा है तब तो सुधर भी सकता है. नहीं ले रहा तो क्या हुआ? माय फादर ना always told me, if someone is having a retrograde planet, he is the best client, because you can sell him consultation every year, every month. Unnecessarily troubled he is, right? You can sell him consultation every month. So why you can sell him consultation every month? It is because he is going to make mistakes, that too very prominent mistakes. So he is a real person in the need of a guidance, because one wrong decision and he will be forced to take a step back. So retrograde people, let me tell you something. Any house lord if retrograde, you have 0% free will in that house. 0% free will. Like, whenever there comes a chart, sir, I want to marry this guy, this, that. So I ask them a question, how much you love each other? And depending on how satisfactory the answer is, I will decide whether to say them a yes or no. This is what I always do. Because the first rule in matchmaking is that when two people really love each other, there should be no matchmaking. But this really word is a deceptive word, because the world is not real, first of all. जब तक तो शादी नहीं हुई थी तो जानू था, और शादी के बाद में जानवर हो गया. जानू से जानवर का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन बड़ा ही जबरदस्त होता है और बहुत जल्दी होता है, बहुत रातों रात हो जाता है. इतनी जल्दी तो खैर कुछ नहीं बना दुनिया में, जितनी जल्दी जानवर से जानवर होता है. तो whatever. The planet, the house lord who is retrograde, that house is the house where you are going to make multiple mistakes. Regarding that house, person should be very careful, and that person is really in need of a consultation because he wants a guidance. Step back that you have to take. But if the guidance is good, you will not go and do that mistake. But if the guidance is not good, then you are going to make terrible mistakes. So the house lord, 7th lord retrograde. I don't know how many of you have this, but whoever have this, please tell me, when you got married, you had any choice? You had a choice to marry someone else? Was it a thing कि दो लड़की का फोटो दिखाया और एक पसंद करना पड़ा? एक ही का दिखाया था कि देख कोई तो मिल नहीं रहा है, यही आखिरी है, करना है तो कर ले, वरना मरेगा दोबारा. यही हुआ है आपके साथ, मैं बता रहा हूँ. You never had options. Forced to do something, right? That thing is not there. If you had options, then I highly doubt that your marital life is good. Because then there is a condition that now you chose. What happens in marital life, then client will choose. Then it doesn't remain that good. My point was, for everyone, when there is a matchmaking, I tended to say that if you really love the lady, there is a shloka, then when there is a real love, there is no need of matchmaking. I generally tell people, especially if it is a male, that if you believe yourself, you can marry, there is no need of matchmaking. Because there is an ancient shloka that I taught in the marital life marriage matching webinar level 1 as well. But if the 7th lord is retrograde, My friend, don't ever marry without matchmaking. For other people, a slight affliction to the 5th house may not give him trouble, but for you, having 7th retrograde, a slight affliction will be devastating, disastrous, unsettling for a lifetime. And there will be no way out. अरे सुपारी देने से नहीं मरता आदमी भाई. Generally, Arnab, there will always be 2 retro conjoined, because outer planets will become retro, so they both will be conjoined. All the outer planets together, if one is retrograde, another will also be retrograde. Almost. If they are not, then they will become in near future. The same rule that I told you will be applied for 1 time. You applied for 2 times. For both the planets separately. Yeah, so these small questions, let me try to understand. There is no difference. 1 retrograde, 2 retrograde, 3 retrograde, 4 retrograde, all 5 retrograde. No problem at all. We will keep on applying the same principle. Na? Mercury retrograde will make bad decisions in the field of Mercury. Venus also retrograde will make problem in the field of Venus as well. Mars also retrograde, so will make bad decision in the that of Mars as well. सब में करेगा. I have seen astrologer with retrograde planet. They start abusing their guru after some time, but they forget to delete their chats that they did with people previously. Sir, please see my chart. Sir, please see my chart. Retrograde, na? You are going to do a mistake. People like us, no retrograde. Whatever you do, you are quite firm from day one. What we are going to do? So you will never find such chats. Sir, please see my horoscope. I never did that. So the retrograde one he was like, no, I'm just learning astrology for no special purpose at all. But then you will get sink inside. Retrograde, na? They're like, come on. Ajao. Attraction is there, right? Earth is in between, right? Earth is having high gravitational force. Right? Gravity is there. Saturn in own sign, Munyadiji, as I told in the starting, the analysis is very simple. Own Rashi planet will give certain result. Retrograde planet will give certain result. The results are non-contradictory at all. And then let me be very honest. Results are non-contradictory. Own sign, hardworking. Retrograde, have to try multiple times. Is there a contradiction? No. Is hardworking but have to try multiple times, as simple as that. And so we have to mix. Then there's no cancellation between. Yes, Vivekji, more than 70% people have a planet retro, and more than 70% of the people visit astrologer. More than 70% of the people get fooled. More than 70% of people are fooled. That's why you have this condition of the country and of the world, right? So, do you need any proof that 98% of the people in the world are fooled? You need not.
No, sir. Don't need any proof. I am one of them.
Many are. There's no problem in that. Many are.
शुभम जी, रेट्रो एक्सॉल्टेड या डेबिलिटेटेड, मैं रिपीट तो नहीं कर रही एक्चुअली, क्लास लेट ज्वाइन
तो एक बार स्टार्टिंग में क्वेश्चन को ले चुका हूं, बट दोबारा ले लेते हैं, नो प्रॉब्लम है। तो रिकॉर्डिंग विल बी देयर, तो उसमें जो है उसको क्या है, इसमें आई विल टेक वन मोर क्लास ऑन एक्साल्टेड प्लैनेट्स, सो देयर वी विल टच दिस पॉइंट अगेन विद अ डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव, है ना?
जी जी।
प्लीज लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग, मैं एक टू विवेक जी, राइट, दैट you know people are like, you know, I always say ना, चमड़े का मुंह होता है, लोग कुछ भी कह देते हैं। वो आदमी जो ये कहता है कि दुनिया में 125 करोड़ जनसंख्या है, 12 लगने 12 में से इतना डिवाइड हो जाएगा, उसको बोलो एक काम कर दो भाई, पिछले 24 घंटे में दुनिया के जितने हॉस्पिटल में जो भी बच्चे पैदा, उसका रिकॉर्ड लाके दे दे। चमड़े का मुंह है, बक बक करने में कुछ नहीं जाता आदमी को, ना करके दिखाओ ना, दम है तो कर दो। आप ऐसा क्यों मानते हो कि कर्क लगन में बच्चे पैदा हो ही रहे हैं? ढूंढ लो जरा सा, रेट्रोग्रेड है ना, थोड़ा सा पहले चल के तो देखिए आप। So see, this general thinking we should not apply. This is what KP people told to Vedic one. You know, no, Vedic is 30-degree Rashi and this and this. Who is superior now? How many of you have done KP? Are you happy with it? I am highly suspicious. So you know what? Einstein said something. If you want knowledge, don't put rationality in between. Because knowledge cannot be achieved by rational thinking. So let me not do this thing 70% people, 80% people. 125 करोड़ भारतीय लोगों का डेटा ला करके और उसको ला करके आप मेरे सामने रखेंगे, उसके बाद बात करेंगे. 70 है कि 69? Let me try to refrain from such, what should be the word? Such prejudice to thinking. A fact is a fact, and fact is. I will tell you a story by Osho. Osho writes a story that once a person was crossing the river. So the husband took the average depth of the river and tried crossing it. And the younger child flew away because average fits no one. There is no concept such as average. Average कपड़ा कभी आता है किसी को? Average कपड़े पहनते हैं? आप नहीं पहनते. अपने साइज का सिलवाना पड़ता है ना, क्योंकि कोई एवरेज होता ही नहीं ना. Average is nothing. There is nothing such as average. Let me not. और विवेक जी, let me tell you, मैं आपका बहुत भला सोचता हूँ, इसलिए ये बात बोल रहा हूँ.
जी सर.
Always have it. If I am telling you something, it is only because I want to see you progressing. Otherwise, chat देख करके ऐसा एक्टिंग करना कि मैंने तो मैसेज देखा ही नहीं, I was very busy, सबसे सिंपल काम है वो.
बिल्कुल सर.
इग्नोर इट यार, क्या करना है अपने को.
बिल्कुल सर.
तो क्योंकि इसमें क्या है, what happens when you put a lot of rationality, you try to discourage using the principles which actually work. So there is no I don't want to take the name of people, but there is no proof that people are fools in this world. You see prime ministers of many countries and you will know.
Yes, sir.
Need someone with a golden hair or what? I will rather say Hemantji adamant. Open to, actually this is what I have seen. Retrograde planets in the horoscope. He will go to 4-5 astrologers to seek opinion. So you know what I say? Retrograde planet, he will go to first astrologer, and astrologer will not give him remedy, but he will ask, sir, please give remedy, please give remedy. So he will give remedy. Then he will go to other astrologer just to know that the remedy that he gave was good or not. And then he will come to the third astrologer, and then will say, sir, one told me to wear a gemstone and one told me to go puja. What do you say? This is what will happen. He will go to one and ask for remedy. Will go to one and will like, sir, am I doing the right remedy? And then we'll go to third one. Yes, sir, which remedy to choose? So this is what tends to happen with them. This is what I always say. So I will not say that they don't listen to advice. Of course they do. They do. But it takes some time to them to believe. Retrograde ones, until and unless they do for their first mistake, they don't realize. Once the mistake is done, then they realize. And you know what? This non-realization is the basic root cause behind mistakes. You know what I think? Because you don't realize what is happening. There's a root cause behind your doing mistakes. If you realize what is happening, mistakes will never happen. But realization, of course, doesn't come in human life. It only comes after death. And one more thing, you know, nowadays, 80% of the astrologer don't know the art of guidance. Let me be very frankly honest with you. 80% of the astrologer don't know. They are mere astrologers, not consultants. They have completely forgotten the art of consultation. This is what I have personally seen. They know what to say. They don't know how to say. You know what? I will see your horoscope and I will blatantly say you in your mouth that you are a characterless person. And you will say, yes, sir, you are very right. And with a smile, you will say, I will convey it in this way. This is the art of consultation. I will tell you a bad result in one such a way that you will believe that he is my well-wisher and whatever he is telling me, I should believe it. So rather than saying you don't have a combination of marriage, I will rather say him that spirituality in your chart is very good, you know. Getting my point? Astrologers nowadays don't think before speaking. We were taught that think what every word is going to have an impact on his mind. You are someone he's going to remember every day that he told this. So let me tell this in a very good way. You know, I scold my clients in between the consultation. And whenever someone becomes adamant, I tell them, let's see, my friend, what I want for you. And you know, I end up saying this in every consultation. In every consultation, at the end, I will have 15 minutes extra with the client and will tell him that whatever I told, I only told because I want good in your life. And I make him believe this, that I'm your friend. You know why? That's when he will start thinking that whatever I told, he should follow it. So I end up telling them that if your marital life becomes bad, you will call me 4 years from now, sir, I'm going to get a divorce. What I will say? Okay, we'll cut the call. Whose life will be destroyed? Yours. Do I have a problem? You get divorced. Is it going to affect me? No. I tell this to every client of mine that whatever I'm giving you, you may not like it. You may not like the prediction, but follow it. Why? Because at the end of the day, my friend, you are responsible for what you do. For a failed marriage, you will be held responsible, not me. I will never be. You will suffer it, I will not. Why do I waste my time saying this? To have an impact on the client's mind that whatever he is saying is for my good. This is the art of consultation, and astrologers have technically forgotten it. So you know what, the consultation is not like what will happen. Consultation is about what you should do. My focus is not on telling that your marital life, you will have a divorce. My focus will be on making you believe that marriage is futile for you. And there is a great difference in how I will convey this thing. I'm not going to make him afraid that your chart is very bad, you have Mangal dosha, this dosha, that dosha. No. I will try to tell him that there is a, I did it when I was giving consultation to a lady from London. Her daughter is some 26, 27 years old and she wanted to get married. Rather than saying that your daughter is having Mangal dosha, I don't use Mangal dosha first of all, but Mars was the lord of bad houses. So my real word should be, because the 8th lord Mars is in the 7th house and the Mars is going to end in 2023. So that was my actual word, but I changed it. Because when I will say Mars is the 8th lord and this, they will be like, which dasha you will use, which what, this, that. I changed the word because the client, learned astrology for 2 days in a seminar kind of client. You know what I actually told them? What I end up telling? That I think, such a client that when I say that she will not get married next year, she asked me, are her stars bad, Shubham? Do you think her stars are bad? She's an unfortunate lady. Do you think so? I'm like, of course, no. अच्छा तेरे तू अनफॉर्चुनेट है तो क्या करेगा, सबसे कुछ जाएगा, मर जाएगा? नहीं ना भाई, जीना है, you have to live, you cannot die. If I say that your horoscope is very bad, what you will do? Will you die? Will you die? No, you have to live, right? So why I should give you fear? Should not I give you courage? So you know what I end up saying the lady? That I think the chart is very good. There's no problems in marriage at all. That was my prediction. There is no problem in marriage at all. However, I think there is a certain emotional maturity that she should achieve before she gets married, because it is a serious affair. And as the chart is a bit promising, I think that the marriage should be done with a good matchmaking on a good muhurta, and it will set everything straight. So what I'm technically telling her, that your 8th lord Mars is in the 7th house, you are going to have a pathetic marital life. But which way? Some emotional experiences and maturity is needed before she gets married. So what is our business? What do we do? Showing light to someone in darkness. In a dark tunnel, we are going to show light. Right? So let me know the art of consultation first. Hope, give him hope and send him home. Don't play with his life or his emotions. He should have a hope that he can do something in life. Don't discourage him. Don't discourage. As a human, you will do the biggest mistake of your life, discouraging another human. Don't discourage his potential. Never. Tell it in a sweet mannered way. That is the best thing. At least as a human, your life is successful. At least. The art of consultation, people have forgotten. But if you guide the person in the correct way, there is no way that he will not listen to you. There's no way that he will not listen to you. And there are multiple problems. And I will cover it in a separate class, maybe this Sunday itself. What's the art of consultation? You know, my guru always told me that wear a certain kind of dress, have a certain kind of aura. Why? People should feel that with you. If the client thinks that I'm his friend, he is not going to trust my words. He is going to, what your friend does when you give him an advice, he doesn't follow. The problem with astrologers is that client starts thinking you as a friend. No, it should never go. He should think you as a father, someone that he wants to become. This is what I was telling to the client I was giving consultation today. That fatherly, motherly figure should be there first of all. No matter what your age and what not. The person should never be your friend. If he is your friend, he's not going to follow what you said, not even a single word. Because you are a friend. Never become a friend for anyone. You are in a totally different business. You should not be friend. He should think after the consultation that sir is going to lose nothing, but I will lose everything. So better I should follow sir. That aura you should have. And nowadays astrologers are so pathetic that they come to their YouTube, don't know prediction, don't know astrology. अपना बेइज्जती खुद करवाते हैं. How will consultation then go? Getting my point? Are you getting my point? The art of consultation and how an astrologer should behave is very important. How should be an astrologer? This is very important. You know, the fathers who end up in foster homes are the ones who love their children too much. The Smritis will say that beat your child once a month. It's necessary. That's why I was saying in the last time, that you want to control your child, you want to control your child who's not listening to you. नीम का डंडा रखना और दिन में 4 बार मारना उसको. ये गधे मार ही खाने से चलते हैं, सच्चाई. You see the person जिसने जिंदगी में बहुत मार खाई हो, he will be such a good person. He will never ever dare beat his wife. Never. उसको पता है क्या होता है. और अमीर घर के अमीरजादे ऐसे खराब लोग होते हैं रिलेशनशिप में, पूछिए मत. ये अमीरजादे है ना सुनने की आदत नहीं है. हमने डिसअपॉइंटमेंट और दूसरे दिन देखा अपने बचपन में ना, हमें क्या डिसअपॉइंटमेंट की आदत हो गई. Getting my point? This thing, certain rules that an astrologer should follow. No one should know you completely. So the time they will know, you will lose your charm as an astrologer. The charm of astrology is into this only, that they don't know about you. However, our topic is getting diverted. It's some other day on the rules and regulations for being an astrologer. There is a certain level of things that you have to follow. Astrologers who, a message, please take a consultation, be it an automatic messaging, they lose their respect then and there when they approach the client. So that's the problem. I never approach any student of mine. Never ever. They have to message first. So the time I approach you, you will be like, he's a struggler. And a struggler, whenever you will listen to me, you will be like, what he's saying, he's himself struggling. So you know what? To make sure that the person follows your advice, you also have to make sure that he thinks you're successful. And if you really know astrology, no one can stop you from being successful. That's a fact. Right. However, I'm not talking about me in this regard. You people know me well. right? What I am, what I am not. But a certain aura should be there. A certain thinking should be there. If that is not there, the consultations are not going to work. Okay. Munyadi, Nietzsche planet retrograde, we covered this in the starting of the videos. Please watch once again. I'm not going to repeat it. Otherwise, I will say two different things and you people will get confused what to write, what to not. This is taking it crisp and short. Okay, 6th Lord Jupiter retro in 5th house. Which house significations will be there? First of all, Rashi is very important to know which significations are there or which significations are gone, because that is the heap of karma. First thing. Secondly, house lord in 12th grade and second lord in the house. There are two conditions simultaneously happening. Right? Significations of the 6th house will suffer, but the suffering will come because of increase in the significations of the 6th house. That is in the 12th grade. The significations of 5th house will suffer, but that suffer will be because of disappointment. However, Rashi will change the complete game. Not telling Rashi is like you are saying me, sir, show me a jeans, मेरे जूते का नंबर 10 है, कमर का नंबर चाहिए होता है, जूते का थोड़ी ना, जूते के नंबर से क्या पॉइंट बनेगा क्या? Rashi is very important ना. Rashi is the original placement in the sky.
तुला लग्न है,
तुला लग्न है तो मतलब कुंभ राशि है ना करके,
कुंभ 6th हाउस,
तो 6th हाउस के लिए बड़ा खराब होगा. कुंभ का गुरु राजयोगकारी होता है, चाहे वक्री हो या कुछ भी, तो it will be good for the 5th house. Will tend to give 2 to 3 children. However, the children will go to hostels, etc. Will live separate from the native. And there can be problems related to stomach as well, but the problem will not trouble much. However, the constant problem will be there. So the problem, it will not be too troubling. There will be no operation, but gastric trouble every day. And so problem is constant, but not too disturbing. And multiple things like this we can make. And that too, it is all dependent based on the Shantra Dasha, etc. So that point we should also keep in mind.
Yes.
Yeah, Mridula ji have a very good idea. Example, so we should do. First of all, let me see my Jagannath Hora is not loaded with a chart of a client. This generally tends to happen.
शुभम जी, अगर 6th हाउस का सिग्निफिकेशन इज सफरिंग, तो इसका मतलब एनिमीज विल सफर
Along with health.
आवाज कट गई आपकी.
Along with health, enemy will suffer with health as well. Actually, let me be a bit blunt in regard to this. 6th house indicating enemy also indicates the quality which makes an enemy. Your success, that's why 6th house chair, right? It is your power to grow. So enemy suffering also means that the person actually is not growing, or his growth is so negligible that people are not jealous of it. That's what I have seen with a good 6th house. You are actually not growing. You don't have an enemy. Sorry.
शुभम जी, आपने एक्सप्लेनेशन में काफी अच्छा बताया कि इसमें यू आर नॉट ग्रोइंग इससे. अगर किसी के मैक्सिमम प्लैनेट 6th हाउस में हो,
then to superb, then to growth is good. Growth is good, but have to check it with Dashantra Dasha once again. A planet situated, if the Dasha is not matching, then two things are.
I passed a very general statement. I just take doubt.
Yeah. आप लोग सा, I like these questions, right? मेरे को वो frame में रखता है कि क्या करने का. Otherwise, from the retrograde, I will go to the reflection of the light and whatnot. So that's quite a good thing. नीचे रहता हूँ मैं तो अच्छा रहता है. Otherwise, so I am like, if you have seen me into classes, I will start with, we will talk about what is exaltation. It will end with Pancharatra philosophy of Narad. So he is like, कहाँ से ये शुरू किया था, कहाँ ये खत्म करना है. I tend to go in a, my mother always say me, तुम कभी मोड़ पे गाड़ी नहीं चलाते, सीधा ही चलाते रह जाते. मोड़ा करो भाई गाड़ी को.
वो exalted Mercury होने से होता होगा.
Yeah, maybe. Right. Now, one analysis of, let me remember two identical charts. The first chart I have in mind, the second chart that I will take will become controversial. Oh, just a second. Two identical charts, can you people remember? Can you people remember? Actually, we have to set this as an example. I cannot take it like this because many things will change. Some house lords. I am remembering two people with in Mars influencing the 7th house same ascendant. But from one Mars is expecting from the 4,000, for one the Mars is in the 7th house. So the Swagrahi condition, etc. will be there. So what I will do next time when we will do a class of this, I will have three charts, same planetary configuration, one retrograde, one not. And that can be easily found, right? That can be easily found. That is very simple. Because in 100 to 100, in a gap of 100 to 100 years, the same combinations tend to repeat. We'll collect such a chart, lives of two people, and then we will be able to see how the retrograde is working. That's quite a good idea. Right. The next point that I have written in the article is, I'm just looking at my article and not showing it to you. The article link is shared in the group itself. Yeah. The article is shared in the group, so you can see it from there. Okay. Western astrology says that it doesn't give effect that it indicates. You are not doing Western astrology, so leave it. Mantreshwara says retrograde is strong, similar to exalted, even if debilitated or occupy an inimical place. The word strong should be changed by prominent. So, having said this, I'm not going to read my complete article because that is already available there. So, what is the thing in reading? I have also given some 15 point from observations in the article. So, please go through it. The article is there on my website. The name of the article itself is Retrogression, Opposition and Power. So, opposition and power. And the image that I have given is Ganesha with two of his wives. Why? The earth is Ganesha and the two wives is the retrograde one. And you know what happens with Ganesha? He is not able to balance between the two wives. Ganesha is always seen as a mother's child, not as a husband. So the images that I choose for the picture is quite very prominent. However, let me keep it for one more session on retrograde planets. Right? It was a special request by some student yesterday. So I decided to do it today. Now we'll stop the recording and we'll do an informal session as we always do, right? So 15-20 minutes.